Welcome to the 24/7 Sports YouTube channel. I'm National Recruiting Editor Brandon Huffman, and in just a moment, we'll go down to the San Francisco Bay Area for the official announcement for the commitment of San Francisco Archbishop Reardon offensive lineman Peter Langi, one of the top offensive linemen in the West in the 2025 class. Langi is ranked as a top 100 player in the state of California, number 77 in the interior offensive line at 6'5", 330 pounds. And he's been a part of the Reardon program for the last 2 years after spending his first 2 seasons down at Mater Dei High School in Southern California before returning to the Bay, where he's been able to play with his younger brother, Michael Langi. So now we go to the Bay Area, where we're joined by Peter as he's getting set to make his announcement. What's up, Peter? How you doing, man?
What's up? Nothing. We're just chilling at the party with all my family.
All right. Well, you're chilling at the party, but when we talked a couple of weeks ago when I came to your school, you said you had set November 24th as the day you wanted to announce your commitment. Today is a day of celebration, celebrating the life of your father, but I know that November 24th a year ago was when he passed away. Take a moment just to tell everybody why today was so important for you.
To me, because my father had passed, and he saw big dreams in me, and I just wanted to honor him and on his day, and yeah.
How many people would you say are there tonight for this celebration, for this announcement? How many friends, family members you got there in the crowd today to be here for this announcement? Estimate how many people you got there.
I want to say like
300-400. 300 or 400 people are there live to hear your announcement. We got a lot of other people that are tuned in live to watch the announcement. So you narrowed it down to 6 schools. You narrowed it down to Auburn, Arizona, Penn State, Texas, Texas A&M, and the University of Washington. What was this process like, getting those offers as a freshman and narrowing it down to these final 6 schools?
This process was hard. It was slow at first, but then it started to pick up, and then now everything just got rolling, and now decided to pick the final school where I want to go.
One of those schools in your top 6 is the University of Arizona. Your brother, Michael, he's a 2026, but he's already committed there. But more importantly than that, you got to come back to Reardon and play your last 2 years and got to play alongside him. What was that experience like these last 2 seasons, getting to play with your little brother?
That meant a lot. My dad's dream was for me to play with my little brother at Reardon. And so when I felt like I needed to come back, I felt it was a good time for me.
So he beat you to the punch, and he committed well before you did, even though you're going to get to college a year before him. But, what were those conversations like with him, just both going through the recruiting process, not about where you're going, is this something you guys dreamed about since you were little kids, that you both had the opportunity to play football in college?
Yeah, me and my little brother, we dreamed of playing together. We dreamed of playing college football and going to the league. That's been a dream since we're young. And seeing it all unfold now, so I think it's very great.
All right. Well, like you said, you got about 300, 400 people there waiting to see where you're going to end up. You got a bunch of people watching. But before we get to that, I know you want to take a moment to thank all the people that have been alongside your route to this moment where you're going to make your commitment.
Yeah. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the men above, because without them, I wouldn't be here today with all of you to announce the exciting new chapter in my life. I'd like to thank all my family who come from all over the place to those black for putting all this together and making it a big day to represent my dad and my commitment day. I'd like to thank all my coaches from youth all the way to high school for all the hard work and time they put into me. I'll never forget it. I'd also like to thank my teammates, my friends, and with their families for coming out to support me and my family always. It means a lot, and we truly love and care for all you guys. I'd like to give a shout out to all the college coaches for all the time and opportunities you guys gave me. And last but not least, I'd like to give a big shout out to my mom. This last year was rough on all of us, but seeing her stay strong really motivated me and my brothers to go every day and handle what we needed to do. Hell yeah. And with that being said, for the next 3 to 4 years, I'll be committed to University of Washington.
There it is. Peter Langi announces his commitment to the University of Washington, the second Archbishop Reardon player in the 2025 class who picked the Huskies. Peter, ultimately, at the end of the day, what was it about Washington that made them a pick for you?
I think it was just a lot of colleges, they preach the same thing. But the really thing that caught my eye with Washington is the vision they see with me, and they produce a lot of great linemen. They play a lot of young players, and and I just feel like it was home over there when I went over there.
I know this came down to Arizona and it came down to Washington. You have your brother committed to Arizona. Obviously, he couldn't recruit you to the Wildcats, but are you planning to turn the tables on him and maybe try to convince him to join you in Seattle?
Yeah, stay tuned. Something coming our way.
You're going to try to get him to join you in a year from now, but you'll be joining a teammate of yours, Chris Lawson, up at Washington. How much did Chris try to recruit you in these last couple of weeks to get you to join him at the University of Washington?
Chris, he tried to give me and one of my teammates, Tommy, to go over there. He's trying to push for Tommy to come over here. And I feel like seeing now that I committed, we can get more players. And,
You made your decision. Your season just wrapped up. You'll be enrolling in the summer. You've been going through this recruiting process for almost 3 years. How much of a relief is it to be done with the recruiting process now and knowing where you're going to be playing your college football?
I'm glad it's finally done. Like I said, thank you to all the colleges, but now I'm a Husky, so yeah.
All right, well, there you have it. Almost 400 friends and family members. Archbishop Reardon out of San Francisco, offensive lineman Peter Langi is headed to the University of Washington. Congratulations, Peter. Thanks for joining us. So what is the University of Washington getting in Peter Langi, one of the premier offensive linemen out west in the 2025 class? This is a guy we've been watching since his freshman year when he was pretty dominant on the 5-on-5 circuit. And then when he moved back to Northern California, he was part of an offensive line that at one point had 5 Division I players on that offensive line. He could play tackle. He's going to project to be an interior lineman at the next level. Advanced technique, really good hand placement. And as he continues to refine his body with the positional versatility that he boasts, he should be an impact player. He'll remind you a little bit of Nate Kalepo, who played for the Huskies on their national championship team that made it to the national championship game 9 months ago. In that he's a massive guy who could play anywhere alongside the offensive line. But like Kalepo moved inside to play guard, that's where we think Langi ultimately ends up. But a great pickup for Brendan Carroll, Jedd Fisch, and the University of Washington, the 6th offensive lineman in the 2025 class for the Huskies, the 2nd Archbishop Reardon player, joining his teammate Chris Lawson. And as you heard him say, he's going to try to recruit his younger brother Michael, right now committed to the University of Arizona, to join him at the University of Washington. Well, thanks for joining us tonight, folks. We appreciate you tuning in. Happy birthday to my daughter, Addison, on her 13th birthday. While I'm stepping away for a few minutes, wanted to give her a shout out. Thanks for joining us, everybody.